This conference will now be recorded.
Right, sir. Let us start this session. So you are speaking about contracts, kada? Right. Now we have two contracts to discuss. Two contracts: service contract and master contract. Last two contracts: service contract and master contract. Sir, to be honest with you guys, these two contracts will not work at all here. When you are practicing, these two contracts will not work at all, my friends. They won't work, no way. Just conceptually we will discuss and then we will leave them, because they will not work in our systems properly. Okay, just we will discuss and then we will leave them. Okay, na? Fine, sir. See the screen. Service contract means, sir, the name itself says it is speaking about service. The name itself says, my friends, it is speaking about the service that the company is providing. Sir, for the service the company is providing to the customer, for the service that the company is providing to the customer, for that there can be a contract between the company and customer. For that there can be a contract. So here, my friends, service means, for that we can have some variety of contracts. Variety of contracts in the sense, my friends, something like rental and maintenance contracts. We can have something like rental and maintenance contracts, my friends. Yes, we can have rental and maintenance contracts. For example, you have taken a premises on rental basis. You have taken a premises on rental basis. So obviously for that premises, between you and the owner, obviously you are going to have a contract saying that for the next coming 1 year, the rent is going to be so and so. The rent is going to be so and so. So every month, every year, we are going to increase the rent by so much of amount. So like this, all those terms and conditions are going to be fixed. And here we are not speaking about any physical material. Friends, here we are not speaking about any physical material. This is the underlying point. We are not speaking about any physical material. So we are speaking something about the service only, my friends. We are speaking something about only service. We are not speaking about any, we are not speaking about the sale of any physical material. We are speaking about only service. So in that case, there is no physical material that you are delivering to your customer here. There is no physical material that we are delivering to our customers. Kada? Only service. So for that there can be a contract. Friends, for that there can be a contract between the company and the customer. So this is where, my friends, we have the service contract. This is where we have the service contract. So for the service the company is offering to the customer, there can be a contract called service contract. So let us see how to do this. Same VA 41, but sorry, sir, we last two contracts which right now I am going to explain. like service contract and master contract, my friends, bluntly ignore them. As I told you, they will not work here. So just ignore them, my friends. No issue at all. Don't worry. Okay, now, alright, sir. See the screen. There is a document type called SC. That is the document type for service and maintenance contract. So there is something called, I hope you people know, AMC center. AMC, annual maintenance contract. Friends, AMC stands for annual maintenance contract. So for example, so your office is having say lots of systems. So you need somebody who can really provide service to all those systems. So once in every month that guy has to come look after the systems and everything. Kada? So for providing that service every month you are going to pay some amount to that particular guy who is providing that service. So that is something, my friends, called service and maintenance contract. That is something called service and maintenance contract. So like this, we have variety of contracts. Or as I told you, another one, sir, rental and maintenance contracts. That is other one I was speaking about. Rental and maintenance contracts. So whatever you want, my friends, depending on the client's requirement. Depending on the client's requirement, whatever the contracts you want, you can go with that. For exclusively for service. Exclusively for service. Now, when you're talking about service, I said there is no physical sale of the material. But still, see, if you look at this document, friends, if you look at this document, there the system is asking for material. This is the point I'm trying to say. There the system is asking for some material, my friends. We don't have any material here. That's what I'm saying, right? You are not selling any material to the customer. Friends, you are not selling any material to the customer. You are speaking about providing, just providing service to the customer. No physical material. For that we are creating contracts. Still the system is asking for a material. So for that, guys, what we need to do is, actually speaking, we for the service also which we are providing, for the service also which we are providing, my friends, we have to create a material. We have to create a material called service item. This is the important point. We have to create a material, my friends, called service item. That's what we need to do. Sir, how to create this material called service item? Nothing new, my friends. Nothing new. It is something like your regular material master record only. It is something like your regular material master record only, my friends. Nothing new. But the biggest difference is the material type. Friends, the biggest difference is your material type. That is where we have the main difference, my friends. Material type is going to be something different for the regular materials, and then the service item, that is the difference. Okay, now, right, sir? See the screen. When I am talking about creating this material, I am going for same MM01. You can go for, my friends. or see, actually directly you can go for MM01, and there is a material type called DIEN, DINE. There is a material type called DINE. See, DIEN, service item. This you can use. Okay, now this you can use, my friends. DINE service item you can use. Or SAP has given one transaction code. Friends, SAP has given one transaction code where directly we can create the service item. Friends, where directly we can create the service item. That is also possible. And what is that transaction code? See, MMS1 ani, logistics, sales and distribution, master data, products. There we have material services, MMS1. There itself, my friends, directly we can create. So whatever you want, you can go with this. So create the service item, and sir, with that service item, nothing but a material, you create this contract called service contract. Friends, with this you create this contract called service contract. Okay, na? Right, sir. Now listen to me carefully. Based on this contract, friends, based on this contract, we are going to directly bill the customer. This is another important point, my friends. Based on this contract, we are going to directly bill the customer. Sir, there is no more order, there is no more delivery, nothing. Why? Because we don't have any physical materials here, my friends. We don't have any physical materials here. Directly we are going to bill the customer based on this contract itself. So let us see the backend configuration which we people have to maintain for this. Okay, na? See the screen, my friends. Now I am going to open this document type. Yes, see, service and maintenance contract. Document category G. Screen is changed, so the screen sequence group has to be changed, my friends. The screen sequence group has to be changed. Okay, then it is VT. Transaction code same, no shipping, but it is relevant for billing. No shipping, my friends, but it is relevant for billing. So we have a separate document type for carrying out the billing process. So what is this document type, sir? It is speaking something about FS. Nothing but like regular invoice, but exclusively for service. Regular invoice, but exclusively for service. Okay, my friends, right. And now comes the next point. There is an item category here, my friends, for service item. Somewhere it seems, yeah, I already opened it. See, WVN. This is for service item, WVN. And the point that we have to understand here is, in the case of this service item, my friends, WVN, I said it is relevant for billing. Kada? Friends, I said it is directly relevant for billing. Remaining everything is same, a completion only one, but all the remaining contracts are not relevant for billing. But my friends, this contract is relevant for billing. But this contract is relevant for billing. Here, my friends, I need to add a point. I told you this will not work in our system, but still, please follow this point. There is something here called billing plan. There is something here that we follow called billing plan, my friends. So what do you mean by billing plan? See the screen? IN undi. Billing is based on billing plan. It is saying billing is based on billing plan. So guys, what do you mean by this? Sir, actually speaking, there are two different types of billing plans. Friends, there are two different types of billing plans. Sir, one is called milestone billing. One is called milestone billing, and the other one is called periodic billing. One is called milestone billing, and the other one is called periodic billing. Like this, there are two different billing plans that we generally can use: milestone billing and then, my friends, periodic billing. Okay, na? Right. So what do you mean by this milestonic billing and then periodic billing? What do you mean by this? Listen to me carefully. Sir, milestone billing means, basically, milestone means an activity, right? Milestone means an activity, simple. So this is my milestone in the career, means I reached a particular point in my career, an important activity. So milestone billing means we are going to bill the customer after an activity is completed, my friends. We are going to bill the customer only after a particular activity is completed. After that activity is completed, then we are going to bill the customer. That is called as milestone billing. Sir, something like, for example, you are what should we, yeah, see, we are implementing projects kada? Say for example, we are working for a company called TCS. We are working for a company called TCS. So TCS is implementing project for some client, say Dr. Reddy's. TCS is implementing SAP project for some client, say Dr. Reddy's. So now Dr. Reddy's obviously has to make payment to TCS, right? Dr. Reddy's company has to make payment to TCS. No doubt. But the thing here is, will every day Dr. Reddy's will make the payment to TCS company? No. Every day they will not make the payment. Kadandi. Every day they will not make the payment, obviously. So, once a particular activity is completed, then they will make the payment. Say, for example, first phase of the project is completed. Okay, then they will make a payment. Second phase of the project is completed, then comes another payment, like this. Third phase of the project is completed, then comes the next payment. So like this, my friends, phase wise they are going to make the payment. That is in fact called as milestone billing. Friends, that is called as milestone billing. Means like once an activity is completed, after completing an activity, we are going to raise a bill on the customer. So in this example, the company is TCS and the customer is Dr. Reddy. Simple. So once an activity is completed, then we are going to raise a bill on the customer, my friends. That is called as milestone billing. Friends, that is called milestone billing. The second one is called periodic billing. Sir, second one is called periodic billing. So what do you mean by periodic billing? You fix one particular date and every month you are going to bill the customer on that particular date. That is called periodic billing. You fix a particular date in a month, and every month on that particular date the company is in fact going to bill the customer. Friends, that is called periodic billing. Just now I said AMC's, rental and maintenance contracts. AMCs are purely based on periodic billing. So every month on a particular date, friends, every month on a particular date, the company is going to bill the customer. So for example, say we are paying rentals. Rentals are nothing but periodic billing, sir. Every month on so and so date we will pay the rent. Nothing but they are billing the tenants. So all those things will come under periodic billing. Periodic billing ante every month on a particular date you are going to bill the customer. That is called periodic billing. So which one you want to go with? Do you want to go with periodic billing, or my friends you want to go with milestone billing? That is what we have to indicate here. Guys, that is what we have to indicate here, called billing plan. Okay, Nandi. So which billing plan type you are following? Are you going with periodic billing, or you want to go with milestone billing? Whatever you want, my friends, for contract, that we have to decide. As I told you, nothing will work, gani, just know that important point. So there are two different types of billings: milestone billing and periodic billing. Okay, Nandi? Alright, sir. And now, last type of contract that we have. Sir, as I told you, based on the service contract, no order, no delivery, nothing. Based on the service contract, directly you bill the customer. That's it. That too by using any billing plan. Okay, guys? Right. And now comes the next one. So the last one is called as master contract. Friends, the last one is called as master contract. Sir, master contract is going to be used in a specific case. If there are any terms and conditions, if there are any terms and conditions that must be commonly applicable, if there are any terms and conditions that are to be commonly applicable, that are to be commonly applicable, my friends, to all the three contracts: quantity contract, value contract, service contract. If there are any terms and conditions that are to be commonly applicable to all the three contracts. That is where actually we are going to create master contract. So there, my friends, what we are going to do is we are going to, anyhow we have to create this contract, master contract. Sir, whatever the terms and conditions that you enter, whatever the terms and conditions that we entered in the master contract, those terms and conditions will be automatically applicable. Those terms and conditions will be automatically applicable to the remaining contracts. That's what we can do, my friends. So we will create a master contract. In that master contract, we are going to group the remaining three contracts as lower level contracts. We are going to create a master contract. And sir, in that master contract, I'm saying we are going to group the remaining contracts as lower level contracts. So that, my friends, so that whatever the terms and conditions that are maintained, whatever the terms and conditions that are maintained in the master contract, those terms and conditions by default applies. Those terms and conditions by default applies to all the remaining three contracts. The actual logic is that. Actually, that is the logic, my friends. That is called, that is the actual purpose of, that is the actual purpose of your master contract. But as I told you, my friends, leave it. It won't work here. Just leave it. No problem. Okay, now? Right, sir. So this is the complete, of course, how to create that contract. VA 41. There is a document type, my friends, GK. GK, master contract. So there we have to use it. So here for which customer you want to create you're going to lower level contracts. The remaining three contract numbers. What are they? Quantity contract, value contract, service contract. Those contract numbers, my friends, we have to maintain here, so that the terms and conditions that are specified, so that the terms and conditions that are specified in this master contract, by default all of them will be automatically applicable to the remaining contracts. That is the actual logic, my friends. But as I said, just ignore it, leave it, it won't work here. No issue. Okay, now? So this is the complete information, friends. This is the complete information about your contracts. Okay, Nandi? Right, sir. And now let us proceed further to the next topic. So today, my friends, I am going to explain one more topic called customer hierarchy. Simple topic, eh? So we are going to discuss a simple topic called customer hierarchy. Right, sir. So what do you mean by customer hierarchy? Sir, customer hierarchy means, here customer means our client. We are speaking about customer means we are speaking about our client, my friends. Okay, na? So here the thing is, When you are speaking about our client, I said again, I'm repeating here, client is nothing but our, here customer is nothing but our client, the company for which we are implementing SAP. In this context, customer means our client. So please don't be confused, my friends. Sir, your client will be having definitely head offices, branch offices. A huge setup will be there. A huge setup will be there for your client, my friends. A huge setup will be there for your client. Now the point here is, when you are implementing SAP for your client, how to design, friends, how to design this entire client structure in the SAP system. How to design this entire client structure in the SAP system. Client structure in the sense, friends, client structure in the sense, designing the head offices, designing the branch offices. So all those things, how you are going to create them in the SAP system. That is one point. And what is the advantage? Listen, first the thing is, sir, why all these head offices, branch offices, all of them are going to be created in the SAP system by using hierarchy. By using hierarchy, I am saying. So we'll create all those offices and everything. We call them as nodes, Nodes. Sir, we call them as nodes. So when you are speaking about these nodes, the nodes are called as offices, my friends. So you create those offices as nodes and link all those nodes one by one. Head office, under that branch office, like this. You link all those nodes here, my friends. And the biggest advantage here is, especially in the retail industry, where at a main head office level they will decide the pricing. At the main head office level, my friends, they will decide the pricing. So what happens, guys? Whatever the pricing means could be price or discount, anything that they decide at head office, that should be automatically applicable. That should be automatically applicable to all the branch offices. That should be automatically applicable to all the branch offices. So in this case, friends, in this case, rather creating the condition record for each customer under the branch office, rather creating the condition record for each customer under the branch office, my friends, what we can do is, simply maintain the condition record. Simply maintain the condition record on the head office. That's it. Simply maintain the condition record for the head office. Okay, my friends. Then whatever the condition record that is maintained at the head office, that condition record is going to be automatically applicable to all those hundreds of customers who are doing business. Will be automatically applicable to all those hundreds of customers who are doing the business under your branch office. That is the concept. So let us see, my friends, how to maintain this. See, for example, our client is Dr. Reddy's. So Dr. Reddy's is having head office, okay, somewhere like say Hyderabad or Mumbai, whatever you say, where they are having the head office. So under that, for example, they have a south office under sorry south office, and then they have north office like this. There are two branch offices. Sir, under south office they have hundreds of customers doing business. Under south office they have hundreds of customers doing business with the company. Clear, my friends? But under north office again they have sub branch offices like central office and then say northeast office. So like this, they have again sub branch offices under that. Under these offices, we have customers. So this is the hierarchy, my friends. This is the hierarchy. So now the point here is we have to design this entire hierarchy in the SAP system. We have to design this entire hierarchy in the SAP system. Sir, all these offices are called as nodes, Nodes, nodes. All these offices are called as nodes. Okay, guys. So we have to create all these nodes. We have to assign all these nodes like this depending on the client's requirement. Under each node, my friends, nothing but office like this, we have to assign the customers. We have to assign the customers. And the next point is while creating these nodes, we have to specify which node is relevant for pricing. Friends, we have to specify which node is relevant for pricing and which node is not relevant for pricing. Friends, we have to specify which node is relevant for pricing and which node is not relevant for pricing. That is what we need to indicate, my friends. Okay, na? Right. Now listen to me. For example, I am saying the head office will decide the pricing. So while creating that head office as a node, we have to indicate that yes, this node is relevant for pricing. We have to indicate that this node is relevant for pricing. Something like this. Then, my friends, for example, south office is not relevant for pricing. South office is not relevant for pricing. So the south office will simply follow the pricing. South office will simply follow the pricing from your friends, from your head office, right? It will simply follow the pricing from your head office. That is what it is speaking about. It will follow the pricing from the head office. Clear, guys? Okay, next one. So the north office itself is deciding its own pricing. The north office itself, I am saying, is going to design the pricing, my friends. So the north office will not follow the pricing. The north office will not follow the pricing from the head office. The north office will have its own pricing policies. The north office will have its own pricing policies. So then what happens? The central office and northeast office, they are going to get the pricing from north office. They are going to get the pricing from the north office, my friends. Whereas the customers under the south office will get the pricing from head office in this example. Got it? So likewise, depending on the client's business requirements, my friends, we have to clearly specify which nodes are relevant for pricing and which nodes are not relevant for pricing. We have to clearly indicate it. Clear, guys? Right. So let us see. So let's see some examples. Now let us see how to design this. Let us see, my friends, how to design this entire customer hierarchy in the SAP system. Let us see how to design the customer hierarchy, my friends, in the SAP system. Okay, now follow the screen. Sir, as I told you, these are something we call them as nodes. We call them as nodes, my friends. NODES, nodes. We call them as nodes. So we have to create all these nodes, my friends. We have to create all these nodes in the SAP system. Sir, creating these things are something like your customer creation only. Creating these things are something like customer creation only, my friends. But for a customer, we have to maintain lots of data. For a customer, we have to maintain lots of data. But here you are not creating customer. Actually speaking, you are creating. Friends, you are actually creating an office. You are creating an office as a node. That is what you are doing. So you are not creating the whole customer data here, my friends. No, you are not creating customer details and all of them here. Just you are creating an office. So whatever the details that you maintain for your customer, my friends, all those details are not required here. All those details are not required here for your node. Why? There are customer details, but here what we are speaking about is just an office. You are just creating an office but not customer. Okay, na? So my friends, see what I am going to do, how to create them. The account group is going to be changed. Logistics, sales and distribution, master data, hierarchy node. Under that, my friends, V-12, that is the transaction code. V-12 is the transaction code for creating the hierarchy node, my friends. Okay, na? Fine. So all the details are going to be suppressed. Only just basic address and all those things, my friends. Basic address and all those things. And then whether that node is relevant for pricing or not. These are all the own things that we have to maintain, nothing else. Okay, Nandi? Right. So now let us keep some numbers, sir. So first I am creating head office. For head office, I am keeping a number 88536. Okay, na? Fine. So here, let us go to sales area data, my friends. On the sales area data, there we have a field called price determination. Friends, on the sales area data, we have a field called price determination. So by using that field, we have to indicate. By using that field, we have to indicate whether whether this node means this head office is relevant for pricing or not. We have to indicate whether it is relevant for pricing or not. Just now, my friends, I said it is relevant for pricing. So check this option. The head office is relevant for pricing, my friends. So I am going to check this option where I am indicating that yes, the head office is going to decide the pricing. Sir, I am indicating that the head office is going to decide the pricing. Okay, na? Fine, sir. Now save it. So this is the highest node that I am creating. Under this, now we are going to create the remaining subordinate nodes. Let this come, my friends. Next one, we will create south office. For south office, my friends, we will keep the number 88537. Okay, na? Taking time. Right, sir. Now next customer I am creating. This is for next south office. So Dr. Reddy's south office. Something and just basic details you enter. Now here I need to indicate, friends, I need to indicate that this is not relevant for pricing. I need to indicate that this is not relevant for pricing. Why? Because it is going to follow the complete pricing from the head office. So how to indicate, friends, how to indicate that it is not relevant for pricing? So as I told you, go to sales area data. On the sales area data, there is a field called price determination. Friends, that field you decheck. That field you decheck. So like this, guys, whatever you want. Okay, now? Right. Now I'm saving it. You can next one. North office I am going to create. For north office, we will keep the number 88538. This is the one. Dr. Reddy's north office. Now I said the north office itself will decide the pricing. That's what I was saying, right? The north office itself will decide the pricing, my friends. So go to sales area data, price determination, check it, and then save it. Done. And now comes the next one, sir. Central. I'm going to keep the number as 88539. Okay, 88539. Central office kada. Now the central office will not decide the pricing. It will follow the pricing from the head office. Okay, save it. So I'm de-checking from the north office. Okay, de-checking it. The last one, sir. This one. Northeast office. 40. We will keep the number. That is northeast office. And this is also not relevant for pricing. De-check it. Like this. Okay, now. Next one, sir. Under this, let us create some customers. Already we people are having customers, but better just for this concept I am going to create customers. Under south office I will create one customer, sir. Like this, here we are creating one customer. In the real time we will have hundreds of customers, friends. In the real time we will have hundreds of customers. Okay, na? Right. Here regular customer XD01. So 41. Just for my convenience, I am keeping the name as South customer. Just for my convenience, my friends. Okay, na? What happened? Oh, sorry. It seems I did not change the account group. Sorry guys, I did not change the account group. Let me do this. Regular customer kada. So let us go with sold to party account group. Yeah, what is this? Something went wrong. Just stop it. Let us go to another session and then do this. This is regular customer creation, my friends. Okay, now save it. Now I will create one more customer just for our idea. We will create one more customer for central where we will keep this guy's number 88542. Sir, just one or two customers here we are creating. Like this in the real time, you will have hundreds of customers, my friends. Right. Last customer, central office customer. Done. So we have all those things, my friends. And now what we are going to do is we are going to link all of them. We are going to link all of them, my friends, to design the total hierarchy. We are going to link all of them to design the total hierarchy. Okay, na? So see the screen how we are going to design the customer hierarchy. Logistics, sales and distribution, master data, business partner, customer hierarchy. Suddenly something has changed here. logistics, sales and distribution, master data, business partner, customer hierarchy. See this one, VDH1N edit. So that is where, my friends, we have to actually create it. Okay, now open this, my friends. So there is something called hierarchy type. That is what it is asking, sir. There is a hierarchy type. A standard. Enter that date. First one, highest customer. So what is our highest customer number? Double. Not here. Customer means node office, head office. 88536. That number you enter here and enter the sales area. Guys, remember all the head of nodes, all these nodes must be created, friends. All these nodes must be created in the same sales area. This is a fundamental point. All the nodes must be created, my friends, in the same sales area. Don't forget this. This is important. Okay, na? Sir, head office is in one sales area, branch office is in another sales area. No way. All the offices must be created. All the offices must be created within the same sales area, my friends. Don't forget that point. Okay, na? Right now, say execute. You will get an empty screen. You will get an empty screen, nothing, because now we have to design it. Now we have to design it. See how to design it. Follow the screen, my friends. There is an icon called create assignment. Click this. So here enter the highest customer number. Below to that, which node you would like to add. Which node you would like to add. What is that? First one, south office we will add. So I'm just copying that number, enter that number here and click the button transfer. That's it. See, that's all. Open this. This is head office, and friends, below to that we have south office. In the same way, again select the head office, same create assignment, same cinema. Now you add the next office like 5888538. Transfer. So we have two offices. Under north office, now we have two more offices, right? So select same north office, create assignment. Central office I am trying to add. Transfer. So on the same north office, my friends, select create assignment. I am going to add northeast office. See, like this. Now under these offices, my friends, under these offices, now we have to link customers. So first south office, same, select this, create assignment, south office customer. Sir, in our example, one customer. In the real time, hundreds of customers like this you need to add. Added. Next, sir, in our example, central office. Select central office, create assignment, central office customer. And say transfer. See, this is how, my friends, this is how you are going to design the structure. This is how we are going to design the structure, my friends. Got the point? So totally the whole structure can be seen here, friends. The total structure can be seen here. Something like this is the head office. Under that, south office and north office. Under south office, customers. Under north office, we have central office and northeast office. Under central office, customers. Like this. The total structure you design and then save it. And once you design this total structure, my friends, then we can use this entire structure for pricing purpose. Now, for example, your head office is giving some 10% discount. So once you maintain a condition record with a 10% discount on the office, not on customer, on office, this one record is enough. This one record that is maintained on the head office is enough to give 10% discount to all those hundreds of customers doing business under South Office. To all those hundreds of customers doing business under South Office, my friends. That is what is enough. One record. Otherwise, for each customer, you start maintaining the condition record, which is a tough task. Rather this, now just you maintain one record on the head office. That one record that is maintained on the head office is enough to give 10% discount to hundreds of customers doing business under South Office. Now say the North Office is giving, for example, 8% discount. This 8% discount that is going to be maintained on the North Office, that one record is enough to give discount of 8% to all those hundreds of customers under Central Office and then Northeast Office. Beautiful solution given by SAB. Yes, we are maintaining the record on the friends. Just we are maintaining the record on the office. That record that is maintained on the office is going to be automatically applicable to all those hundreds of customers under the branch offices. That is the actual logic, my friends. That is the actual logic. Okay, na? So let us see how to use it. For that, we can't use regular discount condition types. We have to use hierarchy discount. Friends, we have to use hierarchy discount. There is a condition type called HI01. Friends, there is a condition type called HI01. It's called hierarchy discount. Like regular discount K007, discount are surcharge plus or minus negative calculation type percentage. But the difference lies in the access sequence. To be more precise, the difference lies in the condition table that we are going to use in that access sequence. The difference lies in the condition table that we are going to use in that access sequence, my friends. There we have the difference. What is that? The difference is in that condition table, see, we have to use the key field as customer hierarchy, not customer. We have to use the key field as customer hierarchy, my friends. That is the key field. And where is the difference? I don't know how many of you people actually remembered while creating the condition table. Friends, while creating the condition table, there are two fields for customer. There are two fields for customer. Sir, one is customer with the technical name KUNNR, Kunnar, and the other one is customer with the technical name HIENR. That's what I said on that day. HIENR. Anyone? See, two fields. What right now you have to take in the condition table is HIENR. That is a table. That is a key field you have to take in the condition table. Customer hierarchy. There are two fields for customer. This is one, this is one. This is Kunnar, regular customer. This is the customer field you have to take for customer hierarchy. HIENR means customer hierarchy, my friends. That's what you have to take. Okay, na? Right, sir. And then you place this condition type HI01 in your main pricing procedure. Friends, whatever the pricing procedure, there HI01. Same requirement 2 and account key ERS. Why? Because it is discount. It is discount, so the account key must be ERS, my friends. Okay, na? Fine. Last but not least, let us maintain condition records. VK11, HI01. Now here we are going to maintain the records on the offices, nothing but nodes. Sir, head office node number 88536. Enter the node number 88536 and I am saying 10% discount. This is not customer, this is customer hierarchy number. Just now I have shown you technical name HIENR. Okay, na? Fine, sir. Next one, North Office, node number 88538, 8% discount. Now we are maintaining the condition records on offices, but those discounts are going to be automatically applicable to customers. This is the beauty behind this. Save it. Now first output, sir. We are going to create the sales order. First output, we are going to create the sales order for this customer who is under South Office. South Office is getting the pricing from head office. So for this customer, if I create the order, system has to pick 10% discount. Okay, na? Right, my friends, let us see the result in the sales order. PA01. Okay, sir. Enter some material. Now go and check the condition item data condition stack base. Huh? Let us do this. Right, sir. Go to item data, condition stack base. There, my friends, you could see HI01 with 10% discount. There you could see HI01 with 10% discount. Clear, guys? Right. Now, second output. If I create the sales order for this customer who is under central office, the central office is picking the discounts from north office. So 8% discount should be applicable to this customer. So let us create order for this customer. Now let us go to item data. Now this guy should get 8% discount. HI01, my friends, this you are getting with 8% discount. That's how it goes. HI01, 8%. So this is how we can use hierarchies, my friends. You are you are maintaining the discounts. You are maintaining the discounts on offices. The discounts that are being maintained on the offices are being copied to all those customers who are doing business under those offices. Just one record on the node, nothing but office, that will be automatically applicable to all those customers. This is called customer hierarchy, my friends. Please go through this. Okay, now in the tomorrow's class, we are going to see another topic, something like rebate, a lengthy one. Okay, right, sir. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.